Hi there, everyone. I'm about to go live on TikTok. Well, I'm live here, but if you know me, I'm God's Herbs Heal You on TikTok. And I've been requested by many people who don't have TikTok to please come here on YouTube. So that's what I'm doing here. So if you join, just follow along. I'll answer as many people as I can. So far, I don't have any moderators on YouTube here, but I will soon. So we'll get started here, and I'm going to actually hit the go live button right now on TikTok. So if you're following me there, you'll see me. Hi, everyone. But I have some important things to talk about. Lots of things happening in Palestine, Ohio, and we need to know how to protect ourselves naturally. And there are natural things you can do to not only protect yourself, but to detox from these things. So let me go ahead and go live on TikTok. Sorry. Yeah, we'll get started. It takes a little bit for people to come on, so we'll definitely talk about what you can do to protect yourself and detox from dioxin chemicals, because we're not living in the same world anymore here, and we need to do that. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Wendy from God's Herbs Heal You on TikTok. I've been a master herbalist and horticulturalist for over 40 years, and I've supplied my local health and vitamin stores for decades, healing people from all disease and illness, including cancer. And TikTok is up and on. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Today, I'm, for the first time, also going live on YouTube. So I am on YouTube right now. At God's Herbs Heal. So many of you out there don't have TikTok, and I've been requested to go live also on YouTube so that others can join, especially those of you who are on my Facebook group, God's Herbs Heal. So those of you who are on my Facebook page right now and on YouTube, welcome. There's so many reaching out to me right now about the entire Palestine, in Palestine, Ohio, due to the train wreck 2 weeks ago, and asking me what can be done. How do you protect yourselves? How do you detox from this kind of massive, incredible, destructive chemical? And I've done a whole ton of research. And there are natural things you can take to protect yourselves from these things, because we have a whole lot of things coming down the pipeline. I fear that, well, I don't really fear, but I worry that our world is about to see way more destruction than it ever has in this coming year in 2023. And hi, Debbie, good to see you. So what's coming next? So this is what I want to address for everyone asking. Hi, Sandy Doozer. For everyone asking what they can do, because many of us here on TikTok, many of you following me are from the Ohio area, northeastern states, and especially Pennsylvania, where that wind just blew that dioxins through the Northeast. All the Amish farmers, I don't know what they are going to do. Hi, Sandals. Good to see you guys. So now there's some very basic things you can do, but I want to first explain to you what this chemical is. what they literally did on this train that dumped a vinyl chloride, they decided to do a controlled burn. Controlled burn? Really? They didn't think it was going to go up in the air and, with the wind, and everything else. So that vinyl chloride, which is basically virtually a harmless chemical, turned into an extremely toxic and deadly chemical, into a dioxin. Those of you who don't know what that is, it's a chemical that is. Let me get my notes so I can tell you correctly. It's a fat soluble chemical with lipids, meaning it can absorb into the cells, just like any animal. It absorbs into all animals. It absorbs into our environment, into the soil, and it's my understanding that it can't be removed from the soil. It's going to take, the scientists are saying, 500 to 1,000 years to remove this dioxide out of the soil, where all these chemicals flew from the burn, which means if it's in the northeastern states, especially Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, and it went all the way down to Georgia that I saw on the map. It's in the grass. So if you have livestock eating the grass, well, they have this chemical. So anything that we're eating coming from these states, including fruits, vegetables, all meat products, they're all going to have dioxins in their products. And so we have to. There is a company that is offering to test these products from those states for free, for the Amish especially. And that company is Natural News. Many of you know who Natural News is, and I do love that website. You're in Ohio? Here, you don't say what, honey? Yes, this is scientifically proven. These scientists and biologists and chemists, there's a lot of experts out there on dioxins that you have no idea. In fact, Eric Capino, I'm saying that wrong, Eric Capdino, do you know who he is? He's actually, I thought at first he was the mayor in Palestine, Ohio, but he's not. He is actually a 40-year investigative reporter who has been investigating dioxin fraud, dioxin-related fraud. And he just yesterday called for an immediate evacuation of East Palestine, Ohio, due to the dioxin fallout, because it was that deadly. I mean, you guys know now too. You guys know now too that the railroad there is trying to make all the residents sign a contract and they'd give them $1,000. Really? To not sue them? I mean, this was planned. I mean, of course, you know anything about these chemicals, you're not going to light it on fire. Control my butt. You can't control a fire, not when there's winds, and they knew there were winds going east and about to spread these dioxins all over through the Northeast. And I'm certain they knew that you can't get it out of the soil for 500 to 1,000 years. Now, this is going to drastically affect our food chain production in the United States. Now, it also went up into lower Michigan and even into Wisconsin, the other direction. There's a map out there that shows exactly they pinpointed the areas that were most affected, and the concentration of dioxin in those areas. We're talking of something in around 14 to 16 states of our 50 states are affected by this dioxin chemical that can't be removed for 500 to 1,000 years. This means the responsibility of food production is going to be relied upon by all the other states. We weren't affected here in Upper Michigan, thankfully, yet. Yeah, they're being stored in California and sent out all over our nation now. Hi, Schnauzer Mom, Teresa. Good to see you, honey. But this is just criminal. And I had to find out. Now, normally when things like this happen in the world, I call them distractions, okay? Not that it's not important, because it is. Earthquakes, floods going on, a lot of disasters going on, bombs going off, unusual things, now this train tipping over. And when it happened 2 weeks ago, I acknowledged it and went, okay, I got to stay focused. This is what God has me do, because we can't get distracted by everything that's going on where we are experiencing high stress, anxiety. Oh, what are we going to do? You know what? God takes care of this. He does. I want to encourage all of you to do not be distracted. And I know that's easy to say if you live in those states and it's happening to you. God's meaning for you to move, because your homes are that infected. It's in the walls. You can't not breathe it in. And it's not going to go away for 500 to 1,000 years. Now, this is what Natural News is saying. You guys know who he is. And I didn't realize this, but I listened to several videos of his yesterday explaining what they do and how extensively they test for this. They have something called APGC interface, which and I didn't know this either, but they own several very high-tech biological labs to test for all this stuff. That's why they keep getting censored on YouTube and on Facebook and all of the social media, because they're the ones digging up this truth. So they have something called APGC interface, which actually tests down to the millionth of a billionth of a gram for not only dioxin, but metals and things like that. This is the technology that they've been using on all their supplements all these years. I did not know that. And I thought, whoa, if I want a pure supplement, I'm going to shop there. And just to tell you right off the bat, and granted, I'm not a spokesperson for this company whatsoever. I make no money off of promoting their website. But if you want some real clean supplements that you're looking for, go to healthrangerstore.com. They test all their supplements thoroughly for any kind of chemicals, metals, anything. So that's where I'm going to go if I need any kind of supplements that I can't already grow, or whatever. You don't know what we're going to need in the coming year or years, because we're already getting sprayed on so severely from above, and that's been proven. They're trying to, our governments are trying to poison us every which way. So this APGC, they are the ones offering all the Amish farmers in Pennsylvania and all the other states to do soil testing, crop testing, animal testing for free. This is an expensive endeavor. I mean, this costs Natural News billions to do this. So one of the things that I'm glad about that, because we're going to be able to know in a very short time just how infected our environment is. and what the repercussions are really going to be. Because, in Pennsylvania, and I have several friends there that I know of here, it's all farm country, a lot of farm country, a lot of Amish. This is where we get a lot of our whole foods from and supplements. They're raising it. So there's some suggestions that they have, natural news, okay, not me. And I totally, now you guys know this, I totally research all of this all the time. So, because I want to see if what somebody is saying is the 100% God truth. And it is. So what I'm about to share with you will absolutely not only protect you from these dioxins, but it'll be able to detox you of them. And it is so simple. It is, there are several herbs and vegetables that have phytochemicals in them that do just that. And these phytochemicals are called Indo-3, carbinol, and I3C. And it blocks the dioxins, and it also detox you. Now, where can you find these phytochemicals? It's in broccoli sprouts, pea sprouts, spinach sprouts. Very simple. And this is something that you can do in your house. You don't need a garden. This is something you can do in your house in the dark, because they'll sprout in the dark, and they usually sprout within 3 days. And you can do thousands of them in a very, very small space. Now, there's a YouTube video I watched that if you want to learn how to do this, and all you need is, you can do it in a mason jar, or you can do it on a lid, like a big lid. And there's a video on Brightian.com. I hope you guys have pens and paper. Brightian.com/prep with Mike Sprouts. Prep with Mike Sprouts. He has a really easy to follow, shows you exactly how to sprout these seed so that you'll have a continuous supply of not only food, but protect yourself. Yeah, microgreens are 40% nutritional than the actual plant. Absolutely, Green Pharmacy. Good to see you, love, here. So, I see that our food supply is going to diminish greatly. And look at the prices in the store. It's insane. It's insane for one GMO pepper, one cucumber. The other day I looked, and I don't buy any vegetables from the store except for onions and potatoes. That's all I will buy from the store. And not the potatoes aren't for me, they're for my husband. He eats a lot of potatoes. Where can you get, so Natural News is saying if you want testing of your soil, no matter where you are in the United States, to get a hold of them. So you would go to, I thought I wrote down naturalnews.com. I think that's what he said, where to go to get a hold of them at naturalnews.com and ask, because they're about to do that. My YouTube, and I'm on live right now, guys, on YouTube for the first time. My YouTube is God's Herbs Heal. So for those of you that know somebody who is not on TikTok and you want them to see my lives and my videos, have them go to God's Herbs Heal on YouTube. Hi, by the way, I have one person on YouTube right now. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Now there's two. Hi, everyone. I'm actually on TikTok live as well right now. But for those of you who aren't on TikTok, I opened up my YouTube today for the first time. It took me a while to figure that one out. You're welcome. Oh, your phone is dying. Plug it in, Teresa. Plug it in. Hurry up. I got much more to share with you guys. Okay, the YouTube name for the sprouts. It's not a YouTube. It's Brightion, Brightion, Teon, Brightion.com. And then when you get there, you want to search for Prep with Mike. Prep with Mike? Yeah. Prep with Mike Sprouts. And you'll find it. Very easy to follow video on how to start sprouting seed. Yeah, you're welcome. Love and light, live in Metchik. Hi, love. I'm glad you're here. So this is how you detox and protect yourself from dioxin chemicals. And I started thinking, well, what else is going to happen this year? What else can we expect? How can we prepare for what may be coming our way? I mean, I sit back and I stay calm. You know, I don't get excited about all these distractions. I call them distractions. And I stay focused on what God has me do. And but there comes a time like now where I have to say something. I have to guide some of you to show you how to protect yourself and detox you from these elements that are coming our way, are here now, and also maybe coming our way, but no one knows the future, do we? I mean, we can only surmise some of that. I know there's some pretty intelligent telegrammers out there and on Rumble who have a pretty good idea what might be coming down the pipeline. And it's in my ear. I know. So I know to prepare for all of you so that I'm ready to help the masses heal from whatever's coming our way. So my ear is always to the ground, but I don't let it distract me. So that's what I have to do for all of you. And that's why God has me stay focused and not get distracted on everything going around us in the world. And a lot is about to happen. I feel it. I feel we're going to see things we've never seen this year. I hear a lot, I see a lot, and I go, okay, take a mental note. And I'm just going to keep doing what I do while I have the resources, okay? Because we might not always have these resources. I'll answer all your questions in a little bit here. So, guys, number one, get seed. Not GMO seed. Don't get GMO hybrid seed. Hybrid nothing. Please get organic heirloom seed, because once you make that investment, you're going to continue to grow this seed over and over and over again. And you're going to be able to harvest it every year. You guys who have been following me since last summer, you saw me harvest all my broccoli seed, right? Thousands of seed pods, thousands of pods. And I purposely harvest all of them, one, so that we have enough to sprout and have a continuous supply of food and nutrients. Two, that I have hopefully enough to share with others who don't have this seed. And I know organic heirloom seed is becoming quite expensive. I mean, look at seedsavers.org right now. Oh my gosh, you're paying $4.50 for 50 seed of broccoli. That's actually a pretty cheap price to pay, because if you actually grew all 50 seed into a live plant, that's 1 million seeds of broccoli that you're going to have at the end of the season. And I've showed many of you how to harvest it. It's quite easy. Showed you many of you what these pods look like when the seed is ready to harvest, and what you need to do with it, how you need to dry it before you clean it and get the seed out of the pods. Yeah, save your seed from all veggies, and it's got to be organic heirloom seed. Hybrids aren't going to do it. They're all genetically modified unless it specifically says that they're 100% organic, because two heirlooms do make a hybrid, but if it doesn't say organic, 100, it doesn't say organic. It's not, it's a hybrid. So stick with just strictly organic heirloom seed. And we used to be the only seed supplier in Upper Michigan for, 12 years. We sold millions of packets of seed from the seed we saved from generation to generation, which is a year after year after year. And we haven't been able to spend the time to package our seed due to the amount of time we spend helping people heal from all disease and illness, especially from what's been going on in the world with all the, the worldwide sickness, all the variants out there, detoxing people from this thing, healing people from cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia. So we've been busy helping the masses do that. And I think this year we need to spend a little bit more time saving that, packaging our seed again. Because those of you who don't know me, by the way, I'm Wendy. I've been a master herbalist and horticulturalist for over 40 years now. And my husband and I own a plant nursery, a licensed plant nursery in Upper Michigan. We grow approximately 150,000 plants a year, just him and I. And but I also supply my local health and vitamin stores for decades with herbal medicine. And I'm a guest at my local radio station at least once every 6 weeks or so, a month or so, sharing with my local listening audience exactly what I'm sharing with you today. So I think this year in our plant nursery, we have many mature plants around our property and around our nursery. And my focus this year is not going to be on flowers or ornamental shrubs, even though there are many flowers that I use that are herbs, medicinal. I'm going to focus a whole ton more on vegetables. And we have a stock of seed still that is absolutely viable from all the years I've been saving seed. So it's just going to be a matter of finding somebody who can package that and label those seed packets so that you know that you'll be getting 100% organic heirloom seed, and that is fresh. Now, the seed I have right now, the only fresh seed I have is what I was able to harvest last year. But the seed before that, I've been saving for up to 10 years now. It's not as fresh, but I still use that seed every year, and it still sprouts. We keep it in a very cool, dark place. Organic heirloom seed can stay fresh for a very, very, very long time if you store it correctly, especially if you store it in the freezer. It's okay to store vegetable seed in the freezer. They will keep for 100 years if you store it in the freezer. What we the people want to speak. I'm on YouTube right now on God's Herbs Heal. So this video is going to be saved. I'm going to post it up on YouTube once I figure out how to do that. I don't know if lives are automatically saved on my YouTube or not yet. So I haven't figured that one out yet. I see there's only 2 people on my YouTube right now. Hi, guys, whoever you are. Nobody's making any comments. I see here on my YouTube. But hello, everyone on YouTube. This is my first time here. 2 people. But thank you. But let's get busy and start growing, guys. I know a lot of you think, oh, you just don't have the room or you don't know how to do it. You keep following me. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is what we are professionals at, is growing for over 40 years now. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica Mommy, thank you. This is what, and you guys know who've been following me since last year. I was live every day showing you how we propagate plants, showing you how we grow, showing you how to identify wild herbs, how to harvest them, what they're used for, how to dry them, and how to use them. So these are very important things. And I really do think we're coming into the end times, and we need to prepare. So organic heirloom seed is, to me, it's going to be the number one commodity, organic heirloom seed, because our food sources are running low. What if something happens to California, what's predicted to happen? And I'm not going to say exactly what I heard. It might be rumor. It might be, I don't know. But we've been hearing things for quite some time, what may happen to California, which is the biggest producer of produce and melons and fruits. That's what keeps all of our food coming across the United States. That's who's feeding us mostly, is California and Mexico. But within our own country, California is the state. Hi, guys. And I see you on YouTube. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. What's going on? Well, you see certain TikTok videos. If you're on Telegram, you see what's predicted in California on their West Coast. Well, maybe I'll have to do another live on that, but that is a lot of theory right now, a lot of prediction, and we don't know what we don't know, right? And I like to stick with what's happening right in the here and now, and even how can we prepare for our future. And I can't urge you guys enough to just please start growing. Even if you grow one broccoli plant to maturity is going to give you hundreds of broccoli seed that you can continually sprout through the whole winter in as little as a little container like this, or a mason jar. You have room for mason jars, don't you? I know you do. So you don't need a big garden to do this in. Yeah. The environment will continue. Yes, Keith, I know. It is going to look at, we're just getting dumped on. You see the videos? Hi, Julie. There's a Julie that came on YouTube. I got 5 people on my YouTube right now. Hi, guys. I'm also talking on TikTok. So, hang on. Gotta have some lemon ginger water. Peace out. Love you, speaker. We the people want to speak. So we got to get serious. There is no more, I'll wait for tomorrow. We got to get serious now and start growing that food. And sprouting is the easiest way to do that. Like Green Pharmacy said, it has 40% more nutrients than the plant itself. So, and you just need a little space. In my office here, I have it's a 5-tier shelf, and I just simply put simple shop lights hooked up underneath each shelf for light. And that's all I do to grow massive amounts of plants for my own personal garden. Of course, we have a greenhouse where we grow 150,000 plants in our nursery. But for our own personal starting seed for our own personal vegetables, it's just a 5-tier shelf that sits in the side of my room with a cheap shop light, that goes across the underneath each shelf. And they don't need much of attention. You water them from the bottom, and I'm going to be showing you that. Actually, tonight's live, that's what I was going to do. But then this came up. I needed to really share with all of you how to protect yourself from these dioxins coming, because it just might spread over to the, what if these animals are transported now? What if their livestock is transported to, more in Wisconsin, upper Michigan, over to Illinois, Minnesota, all the way out to the west? The entire country is going to be infected somehow. People all over. It's going to spread. Granted, you can only feed so many people with one cow, but that's going to stay in a person's body because they are, it absorbs into the cells, the dioxin does, and you can't just get it out, leaving it there. You have to detox yourself with the phytochemicals that are only in broccoli sprouts, pea sprouts, spinach sprouts. There's another one, alfalfa, okay? Alfalfa sprouts, something called TEP. TEF? I can't read my own handwriting. TEP or TEF, I've never heard of that. Anybody know what that is? But these are some of the seed you want to just simply sprout and eat the sprouts. Okay, I'm going to answer a question over here on YouTube. It's Julie says, my daughter-in-law wants to know if she could take this is about the cancer protocol. She doesn't have cancer, but her mom passed from it. She wants to do it for preventive. Oh, yeah, for sure, Julie. If you guys want to take any protocol for, kale sprouts, any of my protocols for preventative, perfect. Because no matter what protocol you do, you're going to clear yourself of parasites and metals, bacteria, viruses, and fungus, no matter what protocol you take of mine. Especially the cancer one really attacks the fungus. So kale, and what else is there? Swiss chard is another good one. And anything in the greens department, radish sprouts, bean sprouts, any of that. Hi, XP girl, good to see you, love. You missed a lot of information, honey. Oh my gosh. Yeah, certain grains, wheatgrass sprouts. Oh, arugula and lentil. Yes. I mean, no, I really encourage all of you to get on my Facebook group page, God's Herbs Heal, because I've started files there now to list all of these things there. I started a file for all of you to upload. You can just add your own recipe that is no sugar, no red meat, no dairy, and no processed foods in the recipe to help us all along. The only way we can win this is to work together and encourage each other. And if there's any place that I'm going to start selling seed, it's going to be in that group and then on my website. But we got to prepare. We're going to take this season to grow a whole ton of vegetables, especially sprouting vegetables, that you can just grow one plant, guys. Find room for one plant in a 2-gallon pot. Stick it outside your porch or wherever you need to put it, and just grow it to maturity just so you can save that seed. We really need to do that. We need to prepare. Are you hearing another voice other than mine? Wow. I don't know. I only hear my voice. Maybe it's the crackle in my vocal cords. You guys who don't know me know I had a vocal cord surgery 12 years ago. So that's why my voice crackles. And that was from a disease and illness I had that caused incredible cysts on my vocal cords. And I cured myself, but I had to have a surgeon remove those cysts off my vocal cords. And after 12 years, I still don't have my voice back 100%, but maybe it's the crackle in my voice. Bruce Willis has frontal lobe dementia. Well, somebody needs to get a hold of Bruce and tell him he needs to come see me, right? I can heal him of dementia and Alzheimer's. It stopped, Ginger? Okay. You had that too? That's strange. So you guys get out there, get that seed. Next week, I'm going to show you how I do my seed, okay? I'm actually late in seeding. I normally start my tomatoes, my pepper seed in January. And remember when last fall, when I did a video, I was showing you I was starting sprouts in my little aluminum dollar store trays so that I would have sprouts for the winter. Well, somebody didn't water them. And because she got too busy, working, helping to save other people's lives. So I'm starting over. Never in my life have I ever let sprouts die. Once I plant something, it's like it's all the way. I'm babying those things. But when we're working 14 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's like I barely had time to water myself, much less water the sprouts I was growing on. I just looked over there one day and went, oh no, they're gone. Well, they're compost in my soil now. Now I have nutrients in that soil, and I'm going to start over. Thank you, Keith. Yeah. But does anyone have any questions on where to go now? So it's Brition.com to watch that video. You want to search, once you get to Brition.com, search for Prep with Mike Sprouts. And it's as easy as sprouting in a little cover, a lid, in the dark. You don't even need lights for this. And then go to, I encourage you to go on naturalnews.com and watch the recent videos on this whole dioxin thing. And also go to healthrangerstore.com for they claim they have the cleanest products on the planet, cleanest and purest products on the planet, besides me, of course. But if you're looking to, and see there, I understand they have freeze-dried broccoli sprouts on healthrangerstore.com. So you can even get lucky and cheat and go buy them. Get a stock of it. James, now you know better than to ask that question, don't you, honey? Do I look like Jesus Christ? No. Nobody can guarantee that anything works. I don't know your DNA. I don't know anything about the internal, anything about your body. All I can say is so far, I'm batting 100%. So you do it or not. It's up to you. I can't guarantee anything. What could you ever guarantee in life? Come on. You know better. Hemorrhoids, yes, Debbie. My varicose vein and hemorrhoid salve just knocks it. I actually made that salve for me when I don't know what was happening, but I had a whole lot of hemorrhoids at the time, and oh my gosh, it's like putting the fire out. Yeah, there is no guarantee in life. I wish I could guarantee it. I wish I could be God and say, yeah, this is guaranteed to cure you. Inflammation, yeah. You know how to get inflammation? Rid of inflammation? One, you should be taking my zeolite powder, because I've shared with you so many times before that when we have parasites in our body, and we all do, over 80% of us do, they excrete ammonia, which turns into uric acid, which turns into it. That's the inflammation in our body. It's the excretions of these parasites. My zeolite powder pulls it out throughout your entire body. See, there's no such thing as rheumatoid arthritis or arthritis. It's ammonia turning into uric acid from these doggone parasites. And once you kill these parasites and remove the metals from your body, you are free from disease and illness, all of it. That's why everyone taking my Protocol 1 has healed from all disease and illness, even diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis. Dennis is on here right now on my TikTok, guys. He was healed from cancer in 3 months. He was healed from rheumatoid arthritis in 30 days that he had for 25 years. And he was healed from COPD in those same 3 months, going from 20% lung capacity to 90% lung capacity. And I should have Dennis on again soon, for all of you guys here that are new. And he can tell you his story. He loves to tell his story. I love him to do that too, because I'm so proud of Dennis. You guys, this is going to take work from you. If you want to heal from disease and illness, yes, can I help you? Absolutely. I can help you heal from all disease and illness. And it's approximately 90 days. Everyone is healed from all disease and illness. But you have to do the work. You have to change your diet, because you got to stop feeding these parasites. We got to eat healthy. And growing these sprouts is a really good way of doing it. And you got to stay consistent. You have to put in the work. If you're not putting into it, investing in your own health, you're not going to heal. If you're still sitting on the couch and you're eating those candy bars and chips and ice cream and munching down those juicy cheeseburgers, you're not ready to heal. You're just not. James, I did respond to you, and I told you the same thing I did here. And yeah, you love me, your Breathe Right spray. I know you do. I do take my Breathe Right spray every day. By the way, guys, Breathe Right, where are you? This Breathe Right mouth spray puts oxygen straight into your bloodstream. Opens up the small capillaries in your lungs and raises your pH. As long as you keep your body in high pH after you detox, after you kill those parasites and remove all the metals from your body. You guys see this over here on YouTube? I forgot I'm on YouTube, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. So this is how I maintain. I take this every day. I keep my body alkalized. I eat a healthy diet. And let me tell you, I am so used to now not eating any red meat or sugar or dairy or processed foods. And my body craves all healthy things. And I feel better. Chicken liver, I don't know. Research that, Diane. Find out if chicken liver has the enzymes in it that our liver can't process, because the parasites feed on those enzymes that our liver can't process eating certain foods. But chicken, you can eat chicken. Yeah. Autism, definitely for autism, zeolite has been shown to work. my pure zeolite powder, because autism is caused by what injuries when a child is young. Those scientific reports have been there for quite a while now. No bonbons. Hey, but you guys, I did post my chocolate bomb recipe on not only on my godsherbsheal.com, but also on God's Herbs Heal Facebook group. You make those chocolate bombs, you're not going to miss the bad chocolate. Yeah. And it's full of protein, natural protein too, very filling, yummy, nuts. Oh man, so that's my go-to. And next time I make them, I'll do a live to show you how I make those chocolate bombs that have no sugar, they have no dairy, they have no processed anything in it. And it tastes like milk chocolate with nuts in it, and it's full of protein, natural protein, right? But yeah, next Wednesday, I'm going to for sure be showing you how I do my seeding. I was going to do it today, and I went out in the greenhouse and started gathering my stuff, and it's like, oh, that's right, my soil's frozen. It's out there. We got a ton of fresh snow up here in upper Michigan, so we're kind of buried up here still. And but I'm thawing out my soil. And so next Wednesday, I would have already seeded a lot of things by now, but I'll seed more on next Wednesday real quickly, just to show you how fast and easy it is to grow literally hundreds of plants in like 2 small trays that would fit the size on top of your refrigerator, that kind of area. How you can seed 200 plants in that small, the size of like the top of your refrigerator. Easy to do. Hi, Lise from Norway. But this is what my husband and I have been doing for many decades in our plant nursery. So we know how to grow. We know how to save the seed. I definitely know how to formulate herbal medicine to help you heal from all disease and illness. And did you guys see my video? Another one healed from diabetes in 3 months' time. He's 100% off his insulin. In fact, he went off of it the 3rd or 4th week on my protocol. You have to do my protocol 3 months in a row, because these parasites lay their eggs in the liver, and those eggs incubate there for 45 to 60 days approximately. So you got to be sure that you do this protocol for 3 months in a row to continue to kill all the parasites and eggs as well. So this man, he totally is healed 100%. He went to his doctor, and his doctor, he told me today, and you can see his comment on my Facebook group, God's Herbs Heal. You can see his comment where he says his doctor had a 5-year plan for him, and he just recently went into his doctor, and he says, well, it looks like this Wendy is the secret to healing diabetes. He says, yep. Yeah, his doctor cleared him. 100% cleared of diabetes in 3 months. Now, and everybody says, oh, but diabetes type 1 is incurable. BS. Everything's curable with God's herbs. Everything. Even dementia, Alzheimer's, and cancer. And yeah, Dennis is here. Yep. Dennis can attest to that. Now, last Friday, you guys, I was on live with Alan, who has leukemia. And Alan is taking my cancer protocol. And he stated in 2.5 weeks on my protocol, he had these big lymph nodes sticking out in his neck, like this. and they decreased in less than half the size in 2.5 weeks on my cancer protocol. And he asked me a question that, like, he said, well, how many people actually bought the cancer protocol kit? And it's got to be roughly, I don't remember, it's between like 40 and 60 people last year actually bought the cancer protocol. And honestly, I sent a lot out for free. But here's the thing. So why don't we hear about more testimonies of people healing from cancer? Because every single one of those, they were so scared to put 100% into the natural treatment that they went back to their doctors and they did what the doctor wanted them to do. So they continued chemo, they continued radiation. And I don't blame them. When you have terminal cancer, you are scared. Your life, I mean, you don't know how much longer you're going to live. So you're willing to do anything to stay alive, to heal yourself from cancer. So I don't blame them for not going 100% with my herbal protocol to kill cancer. Even though, so I'm batting 100% there too, by the way, guys. I've never lost anyone during my cancer protocol that did it all the way through for the 3 months. Never. That's honest. But they were afraid to do that. So they stopped it, and they continued on with their scheduled radiation or chemo. And there they are, still sick, not improving at all. In fact, they're worse. And see, but this is their lesson. I can't convince them to say, no, don't get you. And they know what radiation and chemo will do to their body. They know it, but they're that scared. And they have to be like Alan, without fear, trust in God, trust that God provided the herbs and the plants needed to heal from cancer 100%. And they don't yet. They're not there. They're just scared. And this is what my good friend did in Arkansas when I used to help her with all these cancer patients. She had this was about, I don't know, 12, 14 years ago, something like that. I helped her help her heal all these cancer patients. And this is what she did the most, was encourage all these people that came to her. Like it was like a camp for terminal cancer patients that she alone opened up. This was all her private property, her private building, her private camp, that people would come and she would help those with terminal cancer, encourage them to keep going through. And I think that's the most important thing. When people find themselves with terminal cancer or terminal any kind of disease, that support means so much. So much. So you have to have that support. And one way to have that support is to go to my Facebook group, God's Herbs Heal. There you're going to find support. You see a lot of people here commenting right now. That's support right there. But it's easier to communicate to one another on Facebook, where you're all on one page and you can see each other's comments and you can talk to each other. Maria over here on YouTube is asking what that natural pharmacy's name is again. And that is, I don't know if she's still online. Maria, are you still here? It's healthrangerstore.com. Healthrangerstore.com. If I ever needed to buy, I don't know, supplements of some kind, I would definitely go there. That way I know they're pure supplements. There's no additives. So every now and then I'll see a TikTok video of somebody opening up a capsule of omega fatty acid capsule, that are like gel. They have the oil in, and he actually opened it up, put it on a styrofoam, poured it on and it burnt a hole through the styrofoam. Oh my gosh. These are the kind of supplements they're trying to pass off through Walmart or wherever else. So it's always best to get your nutrients naturally through foods. One of the foods that has very high natural omegas is hemp seed. Hemp seed has no THC. It gives you a lot of fatty acids, those fatty omegas. And it's high in protein, has tons of nutrients, and that's something I use every day. I use it every day in my salad or whatever I'm eating, and I only eat once a day. Yeah. Oh, you agree, Green Pharmacy? That Health Ranger is awesome? Yeah. I didn't know this about them until yesterday. And I felt that they had the best researching team of any video I saw than anywhere else, other than naturalnews.com. What's his name? Is that Mike Adams that runs that? Is that his name? Is it Mike Adams that runs naturalnews.com? His name escapes me. Oh, yeah, she is good, too. And then last week, I call her my good friend that I've been working with since last year. She's totally healed from Epstein-Barr virus and mold. She posted on my Facebook page, God's Herbs Heal. And so she's totally cleared of her disease and illness. Now, people have been trying to heal from Epstein-Barr virus forever. And I'm on the Epstein-Barr virus groups, and nobody believes me, of course. Oh, get out of here. You're just trying to sell things and blah, blah, blah. And no, I'm trying to share with you my story because, I almost died. And here's what I did. And here's who I am. Go look at the video. If you want to sit there and still be in pain and still, be bedridden, well, that's up to you. But, I can only do so much. So I just don't even comment on those pages. If they were meant to find me, they'll find me. And they'll heal from Epstein-Barr viruses and all herpes and mold. And just anyone here who has Epstein-Barr viruses or any herpes, that would be my protocol 3, taken for 3 months straight. Do I have any update on the pyramids? I don't know what you mean, Tracy. What pyramids, honey? Oh, the pyramids. No, I was going to actually email them today and go, where the heck are my pyramids? She's talking about my shungite pyramids. Shungite is a mineral, and it protects you from EMF waves. So I keep this one by my computer, and I keep another one of these next to my nightstand. I love these things. They really protect me. And then I have the necklaces. They're on my website, guys. Where's my little one? I'm asking you guys where my stuff is. Where is it? Okay, here's a big one. This is not it, but it's smaller than this. And it has the tree of life on it, this size. The size of this, it has the Celtic tree of life on it. So I have those on my website, the shungite necklaces. which they protect you from EMF waves and radiation. I can't not wear this. I have one on right now. I never take it off unless I shower or bathe. Yeah, stay away from synthetic vitamins. So I'm going to check tomorrow on that. I didn't even see a tracking number come my way, and it's already been 6 weeks. I should have received them by now. Hi, Michelle. Hey, guys. Michelle is here. Oh, my gosh. How are you doing, honey? Michelle, you missed a heck of a live already. We covered a lot of things with the whole dioxin, train crash and how you can protect yourself from those chemicals, shungite pyramids. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are loving that necklace. I mean, it just gives you an extra sense of security, doesn't it? Yeah. Hi, Joan. Good to see you also. Wow, I've been on an hour already. And believe it or not, I have 2 people on my YouTube. Hi, guys on YouTube. I haven't, not meaning to ignore you over here, but this is the first time I've been on YouTube live because obviously my people on my God's Herbs Heal Facebook page did miss that message twice because they're the ones who are saying, could you please go live on YouTube, because they don't want to come on TikTok because of, the format. Yeah, you can go back on my YouTube. As soon as I figure out how this video live is saved on YouTube, you should be able to go back and look at this video. Does zeolite help with, good question. Does zeolite help with toxins from the trains? My first thought is I would say yes, because it does pull out metals. But the thing with dioxin is it is fat soluble, so it goes right into the cells. So that's something I was going to research and find out. I mean, there's probably, I don't know if there's any studies out there because I need to see the lab test results on that. I need to find out. But for sure, what detoxes you of these dioxins is sprouts, broccoli sprout, pea sprout, spinach, alfalfa sprouts. Detoxes you from those chemicals and protects you from it. And you need the nourishment anyways. And by the way, while you're eating those sprouts, that's a good time to do your fasting. Yeah. Right. Oh, you just got yours yesterday, Brad? Awesome. You need to sweat it out, the dioxins. Burdock does support cells, but we're dealing with a chemical that I'm not familiar with. So I need to do more research on that before I can talk intelligently about it. So the only thing I can tell you right now is eating sprouts does it. I bet you the Detox would do it too. The Detox would pull it through the brain. I know for a fact that my herbs in the Detox do go through the cell membrane. They go through the cell membrane. They would pull out metals out of the cell. But you can't do the Detox alone. You would need the zeolite to pull those metals then, because it will pull the metals from the cells, but then you need something to pull it out of your body, which would then be the zeolite. Charcoal doesn't work, Joan. Charcoal, diatomaceous earth, and bentonite clay only bind in the gut. Zeolite, my pure zeolite powder, is the only substance that goes through the blood-brain barrier. Yeah. You have protocol 1 and 2? Great. You guys, I really enjoyed talking with all of you tonight. And I have a few orders I have to package yet tonight and things like that. And those burdock is a great blood. Yeah, it's a great blood cleanser. It is. You're right, sweetie. Oh, I wanted to say something. There's one of you on here. Her name's Elizabeth. She comes up to Chicago every summer in beginning of June, and she asked me if maybe the first week in June would be the first weekend that I do my herbal retreat, where 4 of you could come to my retreat, which is my Airbnb on my property across the street from me. So I would have room for 3 more people. And I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking so far. I would only charge you $50 or $60 a night, just to cover the expense there of you staying there. And the rest of the time, my time with you, teaching you, will be free. But there's a catch. You have to help me harvest. Yeah, and I know you're going to want to. So I'm going to put that up soon. I don't know whether I should have you email me privately or if I should put it on the website. I'm not sure. But I'll figure that out in the next 2 weeks, how to do that. But it would be, I think it's going to be the first or second week in June. So it'd be 3 nights, 2 full days, 3 nights with me, very cheap, inexpensive accommodations, and my teaching you is free with one hook, and that's you have to help me harvest, which you're going to do anyhow because I'm going to be teaching you how to harvest these herbs. So is that a deal, you think? Yeah. So you get all my information for free under the understanding that you're going to help me harvest. Yes. Dennis, get on cry. Would that be great, Dennis, if you could come? Yeah. Yeah, Green Pharmacy, deal? I'm in Upper Michigan. I'm in the Keweenaw Peninsula. So as far north as you can possibly go in Michigan, that's where I am. Yeah, Dennis. Oh my gosh, you get over here, honey. We're going to hit the trail on my side-by-side is what we're going to do. We're going to go through some mud puddles. We're going to go past some waterfalls, lots of streams, rivers, lakes on the way to harvesting. That doesn't sound like work to you, does it? Sign you up? Hey, you guys, if you're interested, send me an email, okay? So I'm thinking 60 to 50, 60 bucks. I haven't, now don't take me for that yet. Per night, okay? You would bring your own food. And I'll even supply the wood for the bonfires. I'm glad. Your mom's birthday is early June, so I'm due back in, oh, cool. Yeah, let's figure out, you guys, anyone who might be interested in that, send me an email and let me know which weekend in June, whether it's the first or second weekend. It could be during the week. I don't care what day it is. It could be during the week. It doesn't have to be a weekend. I'm in Upper Michigan, in the Keweenaw Peninsula. Yeah, and the thing is, too, about the weather, sometimes beginning of June, we still have freaking snow. So it's like I do have Catboy dog oil. I have to, here's how I'm doing that one, my eyesight. What do I have? I was trading out something like 2 tinctures equal a Catboy dog oil. Email me on that one. We'll figure that one out so that way I know when you're ordering X that you really want Y, okay? And yeah, guys, for some of you not knowing what we're talking about, that's secret code for Catboy Dog Oil. Figure out the letters. I can't say it, otherwise I get knocked off. It's too far from East. No. Oh, Cindy, let's see. From Tennessee to Wisconsin is only 7 hours. And from Wisconsin to me is another 7 hours. So that'd be 14-hour drive from Tennessee. Yeah. When will I have staph or psoriasis? I keep hoping every week I have the time, and I'm gaining time now. So I'm hoping within the week I get to finally have the 2 days I need to make it. Essential Tremors, Crafty Granny. You want to start with homeopathic St. John's wort. Homeopathic. You can get that on Amazon. Start with that. But I would definitely do a detox, my protocol 1, because that normally has everything to do with parasites and heavy metals. Genetically high, Irish eye, high cholesterol is not genetic. You might have the DNA that might make you susceptible to high cholesterol, but there's no such thing as a disease and illness that is genetic. It only means that your DNA is I can't say it, to that disease. Susceptible, yeah, to that disease or illness. All you need to do is my protocol. You need to clear your blood. That's all you need to do, honey, with my protocol 1. Boy, I had high cholesterol recently, like in the last fall. And I looked at my doctor. I said, how can that possibly be? I eat no red meat, no dairy, no processed foods. How the heck can I have high cholesterol? Well, easy answer is fungus. I know I have fungus left in my body and in my bloodstream. And so I just simply hit it hard with my cancer tincture and my zeolite, and I no longer have high cholesterol. But that was after I did my protocol. I had already killed the parasites and pulled all the metals. So I knew I didn't have parasites or metals. It was the fungus clogging up my arteries. The product from Amazon is homeopathic St. John's wort. Yeah. Racing heart, same thing. It's parasitical excretions because they excrete ammonia, which turn into uric acid, and their die-off turns into mold and fungus, so they keep recirculating in your bloodstream. You need to do my protocol 1, love, for 3 months straight. Clear your blood, kill those parasites, and pull all that crap out of your bloodstream and body. You guys, it's after 7 now. I have to still get to work, unfortunately. Oh, I forgot again, I'm on YouTube. I didn't mean to, nobody's on right now. So I'm just going to turn it off, turn my YouTube off, and I'll figure out how to upload it. I have no idea. There. So, and